All right, Habibis, we are back again, and in today's video, I really wanted to discuss something very, very important, which I believe would be very, very helpful in your life, whatever you're trying to achieve and build so far. And this is one of the game changer skills that really fascinated me and improved my life in so many ways as soon as I adapted it to my lifestyle. And this one I hear it a lot, and they say that you cannot ride three horses in the same time, but that actually means that basically you cannot do many things in the same time because your energy is not going to be fully focused towards the right path, and that you should choose one thing and then stick to it for a longer time period in order for you to be good. So, first of all, I want to make sure that you understand something, and you have to understand that no matter what you are currently doing, and anything that you are currently doing in your life, you have to be good at it. Even if it's a job that you hate doing, do it like you love it, because the discipline that you're going to get from that is really going to assist you to build up what you're trying to build for your own self. And doing everything with the intentions of going would becoming perfect at it will kind of like differentiate you from most average person. And this is why I have this motive that anything that I do in my life so far, I have to be perfect at it. And that stands exactly the same in my workouts, in my boxing combat sports, in my content shooting, in my speech, in my vocabulary. So it's everything has to be good, even though if it's not working towards you, you're gonna get better at it with time. Such as me, for example, here speaking to you in front of the camera. Probably if you go and compare myself in the previous videos, you're not gonna see me speaking much more comfortably compared to right now. And that's what makes the whole difference. So remember one thing, anything that you do for more than 10 years, 5 years, or even a couple years, you're going to be good at it. And this is called consistency. Consistency is simply, there's no secret. You're not gonna arrive to the chapter 10 of somebody's life when you are chapter 1. And this is what I believe that a lot of people in today's generation, and probably both of us over here, we're not patient. We're not patient for progress. We want to achieve things very fast. And I think this is that happened because of social media. Because social media has allowed people to show us their last chapter or their chapter that they are currently living in way comfortably. So they give us a glimpse of their lifestyle. But guys, you have to keep in mind that comparing your life, which is probably chapter 2 or 3 like mine, and to somebody that is chapter 10 or 12 or 15 in their life is not a very good healthy habit, because you're just gonna think that you're actually not that good enough. And this is totally fine, because I had the same thing. And you have to learn to really structure your thoughts, and not a lot of people talk about that. Knowing how to think is actually a very good skill to do and to use in your everyday life. A lot of people have diplomas, but not a lot of people could think. What I mean by thinking is that sitting down and thinking about what they're currently doing in their life, or actually if they're doing the right thing. So, to come back to the proverb of, or the metaphor of not riding three horses in the same time, is actually true. And but that doesn't stand the same for example, for your hobbies. You know what I mean? So doing three things in the same time is fine if it's leading to the same destination. What I mean about it is, like, you don't want to be differentiating your attention, like, okay, let me focus in this, let me focus in for example, teaching English, and let me focus and then in construction, or let me focus a little bit more in my in any sorts of the different job that probably you don't have the experience in. So that's the problem. But what I have learned, me in particular, is time management really helped me to really give a structure to my lifestyle and how it had affected me, because I am in a position where if I say for the next 2 hours I'm going to be fully devoted to this specific subject that I'm going to be tackling, then I have that ability, because I train my brain and my mind to be able to do that. And it stands the same thing for the gym, for example. If I'm gonna say, I'm gonna go work out for this hour, I'm gonna go and tear down every single muscle tissue that I have because I have already planned it in advance. And that's very important. Just before you even start your week, you have to plan stuff. What exactly you're going to do, what exactly you're trying to pursue, and what you're trying to build. Because if you do not have any structure in your weekly basis, you're not going to have a healthy routine and probably not even a productive week. So have an understanding of what your week is going to look like, so you're going to be able to position yourself and prepare every single time for the next day. It stands the same thing, for example, for food. You wanna when you're eating food, this is why I always highly recommend people fasting, because for me fasting has been the complete game changer, and I live like this. So basically it's Ramadan. The only thing I do throughout my day is just drink water, coffee, or tea. As simple as that. And for me, by the end of the day, this is when I eat, because I see food as a reward of my hard work and my productivity, and a kind of like a rewarding system, I would say, to really keep my motivation up going. So it's like, okay, today I really had a good day, therefore I can eat properly. When I mean eating properly, I mean eating quality. I don't mean going and getting some junk food, because you have to respect yourself here, brother. You have to respect yourself. If you want to be eating shit food, don't you? Why would you think that you're gonna be looking good as well when you're in your, for example, transformation journey? Good takes time. So this time management for me, I complemented the same by saying you cannot ride three horses in the same time, but you can ride one after the other. And this is how I say it. This is my personal metaphor of life, because like that, you're gonna be in a position to really devote your energy towards the right things. And what I mean about structuring, I mean the most important thing about a structure is the routine of your daily morning. That's the most important. You could either have, for me, for example, this is what I do personally. So I wake up every day around 6, not 4:30, like all that bullshit stuff. If I have the ability to wake up at 4:30, it depends on what time I'm sleeping. But this is what I believe works very well for me. So I wake up around 6, and then from 6 to 6:30. So I wake up. The first thing I do my bed, because this is how I want to start. I want to be surrounded with cleanness and good organization. So when I go back home, I am constantly motivated and less distracted of all the tasks that I have to do all around the house. So I do my bed in the morning, then drink a water, coffee, and then I have 20 minutes of reading the Quran or the Bible or the Torah, just to have a decent understanding and wisdom in life. Because for me, reading these books is just simply a question. You know what I mean? Like, these books have been present in this world for more than 3,000 years. Can you imagine the amount of wisdom you're gonna find in these books? Because especially in the Quran, for me personally, I'm reading the Quran right now. It has given me such a great understanding and wisdom. And actually, all of these books, when I read them and then I see people how they behave outside, they're like, man, they don't have any representation of what is these books. So I highly recommend you guys to read them, because it's gonna give you a lot of wisdom and understanding of the time of today, and also understanding the human behavior, how to deal with people, how to be helpful to society. Then it's not always about you, but it's about what you can give to the society that you are living in. We're living in a community, and this is what I believed, that throughout this whole generation change and the whole switch in the world, is that people start prioritizing all the time themselves. It's always about how I feel, and this sense of selfishness. But they never ask themselves this question is about how I could add add value to the society that I'm living in. So this is why, for me, reading these holy books really brings me a lot of wisdom to carry on in this life, and it makes me feel good, because I'm a conservative man, and I'm a traditional man as well. So this is from the morning, 6 to 6:30. This is what I usually do. Have my coffees, I read a little bit of holy books, and then I get like I take my shower, and then I have my coffee, and then probably review my week, and also review my day, what I have to do during the day, so I can see what I could add and what I could do. For example, late stuff like groceries, and like I don't know, like paperwork, electricity, paying the bills. There's always something happening because when you're an adult, you have responsibilities. The more you have responsibilities, more you're gonna build that confidence that you can take care of yourself whatsoever. So you gotta learn to take care of yourself. And what I mean about that, it's very, very important because if you're not taking care of yourself, why would you go even start a relationship with someone else if you're not even able to take care of yourself? That's very important to keep in mind. So this is my daily routine. And then obviously, since I'm a personal trainer, I start my day at the gym at 7. My first part of the day is basically, coaching people, helping people in the gym, consulting with my clients, to get them to make sure that they're on track and they're coming to the workouts and eating well and so on. That's my first part of the day. Then I have the second part of the day, which is around probably 2 p.m. I normally have a 1 hour nap in between because of the amount of work that I'm currently doing. It demands a lot of my focus sometimes, especially in the afternoon. So from 2 p.m. to 5, this is where basically I shoot content. I work on my business. I work on how I could excel on and educate myself more in the field and improve my basic business, so how I can direct, shoot better content and so on. And then I usually have my another clients to train as well from 5 to 8, and it carry on like that. And for me, this is what exactly how my day looks like. And obviously, regarding my trainings, it is very very specific because of the level that the level that I am at this moment right now, which is pretty much advanced, but also on what exactly I am looking for. And for me, in my week normally I have 4 weightlifting sessions and then I have 3 boxing sessions because I am fascinated about boxing. I love boxing so much because oh man, it's just life stops when you're in that middle of that ring. And for me, in that full focus, for me, I you cannot deny that. And that's the most beautiful thing that you could ever do to yourself is going to the combat sports and being in the ring. So for me, this is how basically my day looks like, pretty much most of the things. And I also have some other businesses here and there where I normally consult them in the evenings, where I go into the meetings, set up the meetings, and talk with the team so we can schedule the stuff and work on the business strategies and so on. Mainly is real estate and stuff. So this is what I say is that I'm actually doing a lot of personal training that occupies an important part of my life, and also working on my online business, on my real estate business as well, buying and selling properties, and then looking for other opportunities because this is this is this is what really works out for me. And I know a lot of people say, "Oh, you shouldn't be doing many things at the same time," which that is true. But at least most of the things that I'm currently doing are leading to one specific goal that I set myself, and this is how I'm planning to do it. So this is what a structure looks like in my everyday life and why I believe time management is going to be a complete game changer. And then I have my meals at the end of the day. So throughout this whole day, guys, I do not eat or drink. No, I only I do not eat but drink a lot of water and coffee to get me going. And this is a little bit too harsh. I don't highly recommend it to people, but this is what really works for me. This is what works for me and also some of my clients that I trying to introduce this fasting window because it maxes out your productivity level very, very quick. So time management has really provided me with a structure for me to know exactly where I'm trying to go and what exactly I'm trying to achieve. Because if you have one goal, you can set it up. I'll say, okay, I want to lose weight. I want to lose, let's say, 20 kilos in this year. I set up the strategy for that. You know what I mean? Or my clients, if they want to lose weight, for example, I set up a plan for them. I was like, hey, man, this is what we're going to be targeting this week. This is what we're going to be targeting that week. And giving them a structure and explaining them exactly what is happening for them to have a decent understanding so they can extract all of those life lessons out of every single workout that I'm trying to give, because the gym has taught me a lot more than anything in life, to be honest, because it provided me with a lot of discipline, commitment, and consistency, and most importantly, confidence that every single situation that I'm going to occur, I will manage it. And unfortunately, there are some very hard situations in this life, but I try to worry about the things that are in my hands, and then I will probably cross the bridge when I will have to cross that bridge. This is why, you guys, I highly recommend you to really start planning things. What exactly you want to do, when do you want to spend time with, who you're going to spend one time with, how you're going to work on your business, on your idea, on your escape plans, as people qualify it. Because without a structure and without a plan, you're not going to go anywhere. You're going to end up freestyling yourself to I don't know where. And it's very important that even when I'm hanging out with my friends, when I'm hanging out with them, I don't want to be easily distracted. I want to devote fully my focus with them to have a good time. So knowing how to separate, there is time to play, there is time to work, there's time to rest, and there's time to meditate, there's time to eat. All of this really gives you a decent understanding and also a control in your everyday life. Guys, that's it for today's video, and I really hope that it really added value to your life when it comes down to what I've been talking right here in this video, because it really changed a lot of things in my life, and also the people that I've been working with. More than 40 people so far that I've changed the life of, So this is my plan, this is my strategy. You build a healthy routine, you build a structured plan. And obviously, if you're struggling with that, just drop me a DM, let's connect, we can talk, and let's see I can help you to really bring structure for your in your life to achieve exactly what you want to achieve. And guys, if you really like this video, you can just drop me a like and subscribe to the channel. And we're going to be talking about a lot of useful content. Now we're trying to focus more on quality instead of quantity. So hold up with this journey, and I'll see you guys on the next video.